Will you be my dad for one day? I don't have my dad for one day, I plead of you.
Will you be my dad for one day? I don't have a dad. Just be my dad for one day. I plead of you. The words hung in the air of the Iron Stallion clubhouse like a grenade with the pin pulled. Welcome to Rising Voices. Please subscribe and leave a like for us. Share this video with family and friends, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss a story. Thank you. Now sit back and relax as we dive into this story. Marcus was only 8 years old. His clothes were dirty, his face bruised, and a black eye shone like a badge of a battle he had no hope of winning. In his small hands, he clutched a hand-drawn invitation to career day at Roosevelt Elementary. The winged skull of the Hells Angels loomed above him on the wall, a silent judge. 12 bikers froze mid-conversation, their eyes scanning the little boy who had walked 3 miles to their clubhouse. "Kid, how'd you even get in here?" Bull, the sergeant-at-arms, asked, his voice low, filled with suspicion and concern. "I walked," Marcus said simply. 3 miles from school." Diesel, the club president, knelt down to the boy's level. "Where are your parents?" "My mom works 2 jobs. My real dad died when I was 4. And my stepdad, he doesn't count," Marcus whispered, trembling. The room went quiet. Every man there understood exactly what that gesture meant. Diesel's face softened, but his voice remained firm. "Why do you need a dad for one day?" Marcus swallowed hard. "Career day. All the other kids are bringing their dads. But my stepdad, he's mean. The bullies already know. They say I'm worthless, just like him. They say nobody would want to be my dad, even for pretend." Bull's eyes narrowed. "Who's bullying you?" "Trent Morrison and his friends," Marcus replied. "They push me down, steal my lunch, lock me in the bathroom. It never ends." Snake, the youngest biker, chuckled darkly. "Kid, you picked us because we look scary." Marcus shook his head. "No, I picked you because my mom said bikers are loyal. If a biker is your friend, he's your friend forever. I need a forever friend." The room went silent again. Diesel looked around at his men, who had all faced hard lives, but understood that no child should feel helpless. Diesel knelt closer to Marcus. "All right, we'll be there. But you have to tell me the truth about your black eye." "Your stepdad?" Marcus nodded slowly, explaining the abuse he endured whenever his mother worked nights. The bikers exchanged looks that promised action, but controlled, righteous action. They knew exactly where to draw the line. Marcus watched as Diesel and the others made silent plans. It wasn't about revenge. It was about protection, guidance, and showing a child that he mattered. If you were Marcus, would you ask strangers for help or try to face your problems alone? Tell us in the comments below. Where are you watching from? Friday morning came. Marcus stood outside Roosevelt Elementary at 8:45 a.m., fidgeting with his invitation. Other children were already arriving, each with their dads. He tried to stand tall, but Trent Morrison smirked, walking up with his father in a tailored suit. "Where's your dad, loser?" Trent jeered. His friends laughed. Marcus's chest tightened. He refused to cry. Then the ground began to tremble. The distant roar of engines grew louder and louder until 20 motorcycles turned the corner in perfect formation, a symphony of thunder announcing their arrival. Parents and teachers froze. The bikers dismounted, Diesel leading the way. "Sorry we're late, son. Traffic was rough," Diesel said, smiling at Marcus. The bikers filled the gymnasium with their presence. They spoke to the children about engines, leather crafting, and most importantly, loyalty and respect. They shared personal stories of struggle, pain, and survival. Bull stepped forward, his voice echoing across the silent room. "I grew up like some of you," he said. "I had a stepdad who hurt me, made me feel small, made me think I was worthless. But I learned something important. Being hurt doesn't make you worthless. And if anyone ever tells you different, you need to tell someone. A teacher, a cop, someone who can help." Tears ran down some children's faces. Even the teachers quietly wiped their eyes. Have you ever been in a situation where someone showed up for you when you needed them most? Share your story with us in the comments. After school, Marcus's stepdad, Derek Vance, came home drunk and angry. He grabbed Marcus, shouting threats. Marcus's mother tried to intervene, but Derek shoved her aside. The bikers had followed, and 4 of them stepped into the house like shadows of justice, calm, organized, and unwavering. "You're going to want to rethink that," Snake said quietly. Ghost had his phone ready. and Bull moved with quiet authority. Derek froze, realizing he was outmatched. That night, he packed his bags and left. Within a month, the divorce was finalized, and Marcus's mother began a new job with better pay and hours. Even Trent Morrison, the bully, began to change. After a quiet conversation with Diesel, his father realized the damage his anger had caused. Therapy followed, and Trent's behavior transformed. The cycle of abuse was slowly breaking. Career Day became an annual tradition. The bikers returned year after year to teach children about courage, loyalty, and standing up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. 5 years later, Marcus returned to that same gymnasium, now 13 and the captain of the wrestling team. He spoke to a new group of students. Family isn't who shares your blood. Family is who shows up when you're scared. Family is who sees you at your worst and decides to stick around anyway. My dad died when I was 4, but I got 20 new ones when I was 8. And they taught me the most important lesson. Real strength isn't about being the toughest or the scariest. Real strength is choosing to protect instead of destroy. The gym erupted in applause. Diesel wiped his eyes. Bull punched his shoulder. "You did good, old man," Bull said. "We all did," Diesel replied. Sometimes the most broken people make the best healers because they remember what it felt like to hurt. And sometimes a little boy asking for one day of pretend becomes a lifetime of real family. Please click the subscribe button and support our channel. Your support helps us share more stories of hope, courage, and heroism.